get above the concrete. And this problem here is right behind Bernard's home. And we have an old turnout there that hasn't been used in years. And then we have the little setup here where it was just a pipe going into a box. Well, apparently it started leaking, flooding the back of his home. We couldn't figure out where it was coming from, but apparently the pipe broke in one of the connections, in one of the joints. So we finally found it. There's the water that was going into that box, and from there it was going into his backyard. So what I've done there is pretty much the small 12-inch turnout beam that's not used anymore, that's been covered up. It was concreted in. Then we went in there and covered it up and shotcreted that little section there. Installed a new turnout where you saw that other pipe so we can have some type of control. There's the tie into the box, and that's what it looks like after we were completed with it. So Malone doing some digging on some of our canals. And then this is the Montoya Main over by Love Road, and this one here we poured concrete on Monday. So this one's ready for waters. We still gotta go ahead and go and do about 200 feet of shotcrete below Love Road and 200 feet above it. This project was all funded by El Paso Water and by Doug Schwartz. He paid for an additional 100 feet of pipe below his driveway here below the road. There's the relocation of his turnout. Then we two-sacked. He wanted about 5 inches of concrete over the top of the pipe, so. I go, you're paying for it, I'll put 10 inches if you want it. And that's what it looks like after we're completed with it. Again, we still need to go in there and do some shotcrete. This is Moon Road. So what I'm doing is I'm jumping around from project to project because there's some projects that Robert needs to put water in, so I'm having to jump to that project, and I'm having to come back to Moon Road here. So we're back at Moon Road.
Is that south of North Loop?
This is south of North Loop, yes, sir. And we've done the concrete, so right now we're building walls already to tie in to the east line. And then this is over by where David was speaking about right now on the construction on the C, right above New Huecotex Road. So what happened is, you can see the turnout way down there. We had to relocate that turnout, so we moved it up some. And here's the work going into it. And we did complete this check yesterday. So the concrete was poured last week, and we went in there and reinstalled the check. So the check's ready to go. So as far as we're concerned, we're ready. We're just waiting on the project down the hall. And then, of course, the famous Riverside. So we were completed with the Riverside, I believe it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. So that structure there is the stallage checks. That's the stallage checks there. We went approximately 1,000 feet below the stallage checks. That's Welcott Road. That's below the checks themselves. There we have completed it. And we got water through there already, so. Everything looks good. I mean, right now, we still got some projects that we're a little behind on, but I'm pretty confident that we'll get them done before we have to actually go water right there. That's pretty much all I got.
That's all.
That's it.
Keep up the good work as always, Pete.
Thank you.
God, you're a miracle man.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. Robert, who's gonna, Robert's not here, so how you doing?
We started, go ahead, Pete. We started delivering water as soon as we started building up the water in our canal system here down the valley. So Pete's been overlooking and helping Robert while Robert took a few days.
You're not gonna act like Robert, you're
No.
not gonna be around here.
Far from it.
Can we get another small track water?
Negative. In fact, contrary to Robert,
He's taking one away.
I know you guys were promised 3, but we're only gonna give you 2. No, but, I don't know much about as far as the, how many acres we've watered out so far. I do know that we ordered the water again on Monday, we're actually released on Monday, right now?
Yeah,
And,
well, released on the first.
Wednesday.
On the first, that's right, on Thursday last week. Water didn't actually get here till yesterday, actually. We started getting some good water yesterday. Yes. It started showing up the day before, but it was very weak. Right now, it's still weak. We only got about 80 feet in the riverside and about 180 below American Canal. So from Canutillo to Porchane, we're losing a total of about 50 feet.
Oh, no, more
Yeah.
than that, right now.
Yeah, to what I checked my telemetry, we're losing approximately about 50 feet from Canutillo to Porchane. So the river still is taking water.
Yeah, well, that one hasn't been calibrated yet, but it's, the losses are primarily upstream of,
Between Canutillo and Southern, right?
yeah, really. There's some right in there, but, right now, we're just trying to get it past Mesilla. It's really where we're struggling. We're up to order in Mesilla now, finally, so, and we've got more water on the way, but I was just gonna I can pull the telemetry up for everybody to see if you wanted to go through that, but.
Yeah, and as water shows up, we'll start bringing everything, all the headings up to water. Right now, we're kind of taking a little bit away from Franklin,
We
the
should be,
Riverside.
yeah, on American Canal, this is what it's been for the last, these are about 2 days ago, so you can see that we were starting to come up in these dips here when EPCWID puts orders in, and we normally expect, that's a water level, here's the flow, excuse me, so right now it's about 191 going into the canal, we were up to about EPCWID, well, they started, they already have their every canal's got water on. Yeah, this is when they started taking that, I think that's an instrument there, but, so yeah, our order was, for today was over 300, and we're about 150 short on doing it. We were right here, before they started taking more water, we were up to order, and well on the way, you can see it climbing pretty quickly, but this is troublesome here where we're steady. River should be recovering right now, so we should always be increasing, we should be steady, but Robert put a boost of another 400 CFS boost in, it's made it to Leesburg, but we'll see how far it goes. Yeah, it's hard, though, big problem is below Leesburg, there's the boost coming in. We've got
When did he put in the boost now?
we put it yesterday at 11 o'clock or 10:30, but it just made it to, where we're up to the full boost is just past Leesburg, so we still have 2 days below, but we struggle primarily, what we look at is, Robert's looking at this curve here, this is below, and we are seeing some gain there, about 160 CFS a day, and when the boost comes through, it'll gain faster, so it's on the way, guys, it's just been a struggle to get it down.
I saw this morning that it increased in Canutillo, and had quite an increase from yesterday.
We had our losses are going down faster than they are in New Mexico, if we go back up and look at,
Actually, from the Sia to Canutillo, we're losing about 400.
yeah, we're still losing, but you can see we are gaining,
Yeah.
at least there's some slope to it.
Benefit of that, they're pumping from a higher level.
Yeah. So it's, we're gaining about 138 a day there, but we're gonna, when that 400 comes through, assuming we can make it through Mesilla and get it below Mesilla, it'll come down fast. So by the end of the week, we're gonna be with no problem, ready to go. In fact, everybody needs to be able to take their water, because, it's gonna be the famine and then feast, right? We're gonna have lots of water, especially with that.
This
boost
weekend
going
now?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get prepared for.
Anybody can take, I don't know, Robert will be back tomorrow,
You should
I'm
be
not
back
sure.
this afternoon.
but he'll start making the phone calls, and I don't know what the status of the orders are. I don't know if Kathy knows. We've got the top 20 is, I would assume we got people lined up for it.
Yeah, and Enrique's been working the top 20, so.
Right. Renee's on today, but, well, hopefully I won't screw it up too bad before he gets back.
But you got a breather here for about 24 hours. It's
He
gonna
screams at me too.
it's gonna be, when he gets back, there's gonna start coming through, but anyways, it's still a struggle. Guys. At one point, we're losing, well, we've already lost 30,000 acre feet of water. 10% of our release is gone.
Yeah. How long is EPID gonna be on?
We don't know, that's a good question, but I doubt more than 30 days, right?
Yeah, probably at the most 30 days.
And then keep in mind, we still got our wells that we need to start them up. They're ready to go, so.
Well, with all these losses, I think you ought to go ahead and start.
Yeah, I think turn them all
Yeah,
on. Already, again.
anything but add to the total supply, and it's a whole lot easier whenever you have water to put it in water, so,
Yeah, keep it,
I'd
so
crank
dilute
them up.
the salt and.
don't you think?
Yeah.
Get them going. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to run them. It's cheap.
Well, they're ready, we'll get them going.
I would, because it'll just help your, in the line, on the tail end, it'll help. Yeah, thank you. Do we call him Robert or Pete or?
Little Robert.
Little Robert.
He's not Robert.
Thank you.
6 foot Robert.
6 foot Robert.
Okay. We're on down to item 13. We're going to table item A and B. No action. We don't table things, we just, no action. For further study. All right. Bert, are you gonna explain all this stuff, or who's gonna do it?
Well, I can go ahead.
Start with 3046.
A, B, and C.
46.
No, just A, B.
Item C. The C is kind of.
We've got an approval letter going out to the city of Socorro for they're putting in a path on Craftsman Road, crossing some of our facilities. And some of them really require an approval letter because it's over an existing road that they've already got a license for. So, on 3046, this is over the Franklin Drain. And on that one, they moved the location of the path so that it goes directly over the existing culvert. So we would recommend approval of the letter, and that's really only going to be signed by the manager on that one.
So it's under an existing license.
So you still need
It
approval.
stays within the same easement, it's just information only, let you guys know.
Okay.
There will be construction there and we're approved, but it falls under their existing license and it's within their existing footprint. The other two are not within their existing footprint. So those, they had some difficulties with the surveys. The surveys weren't accurate in reflecting the new easement that they need.
So we don't do any action on.
Yeah, no action on those, we're waiting for the surveys to be
The
corrected.
first two.
On A, on C also, right?
No, C is just information only, we're just
Well,
letting you
no
know.
action.
Right.
You've already approved.
Required.
Yeah, you've already, yeah, there's no action, you just approved.
And on item D, 3161, going to Spectrum Gulf Coast. This is part of the expansion of the fiber and optic system that's going on all over the valley. And so this is an aerial cable system over the I-243 lateral. So I recommend approval of that one.
You know, we can, I think we can just approve all of them under one motion, or do I have to do each one individually?
You're the boss.
Let's just do it all, and we'll just name them in the act, we're gonna approve them all in which numbers, okay? Go ahead, Bert.
Yeah, these next three are actually going to different companies, so if you want to do that all at one time.
Well, I was just thinking about the application number to approve that.
You can group them if you, so, but yeah, let them go through each one in case you have questions.
Yeah, and then we'll just approve them, one motion to approve them all, if that's what we do.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah, did you have any questions, anybody have, that's an overhead relocation of an existing one for residential development, I believe. Yeah, it's they're combining two lots and there's an easement in the middle of the lots and they're wanting to move it to a different location. And it's not our,
This is application E?
right. 3178.
3178.
It's real standard, it's not a.
Right,
3180,
yeah, 3180 again going to MCI Metro for fiber optic for an aerial crossing.
Aerial,
of the
yeah.
Franklin Canal.
okay, do I hear a motion to approve application 3161? Application 3178 and application 3180, all three of them. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve all three for recommendation of administration.
Second makes a motion. Second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You want to take this to closed session?
Yeah, those two items that you gotta close.
Yes. Mr. Ivy signed, item A.
That they're down there.
Did he abstain?
You have to abstain and step out.
Oh, yes, no, I'm not going, are you gonna start that right away?
I don't know.
Sorry,
We gotta go
Take a break first.
Yeah, but when you.
take a break. Let's take a break, go into closed session.
I know.